Hey there, and welcome to the Deep Dive. Ready to cut through some noise on a topic that, honestly, could put serious cash back in your pocket. Today, we're really diving into the sometimes tricky world of vehicle tax deductions, specifically for small businesses. We've looked at a whole stack of sources, and one really stands out. This new piece of legislation, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Signed into law today, July 4th, 2025. So our mission for you, pull out the most important time-sensitive stuff so you can actually use these powerful savings strategically.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating, I think, is how this BBB Act just reshapes the whole landscape for businesses. I mean, it bumps the Section 179 expensing limit way up to $2.5 million.
Well, $2.5 million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just quickly, Section 179, lets you deduct the full cost of equipment the year you buy it, instead of bit by bit over years. And crucially, the Act temporarily restores 100% bonus depreciation. That's for qualifying property put in service from early 2025 right through the end of 2029.
Okay, 100% bonus. That sounds like Section 179 on steroids.
Sort of. Think of it like an extra boost. It lets you write off even more upfront. And importantly, this completely overrides that phase down we were all expecting. It's a huge immediate opportunity.
Okay, let's unpack this specifically for vehicles then. What are the first steps a small business needs to take to even start thinking about these big deductions?
Good question. Foundational stuff first. You have to choose the actual expense method, right from day one.
Actual expenses, so tracking everything. Gas, repairs, insurance, not the simple mileage rate.
Exactly. No standard mileage rate if you want these accelerated write-offs. And, just as critical, you absolutely need meticulous mileage logs.
Meticulous logs, why?
To prove over 50% business use. If you can't prove that, you can't use Section 179 or the bonus depreciation on it. Simple as that.
Right. And what kind of vehicles are we talking about? Does my sedan qualify for the full $2.5 million?
Probably not the sedan. See, while many heavy SUVs, the ones over 6,000 pounds GVWR, like a Ford Expedition, they have a Section 179 cap. It's $31,300 for 2025. But certain dedicated work vehicles, think big cargo vans, pickups with specific bed lengths, those can potentially be fully expensed right up to that new $2.5 million limit.
That's a massive difference.
Huge difference. Knowing that distinction is key if you're buying substantial vehicles for the business.
Okay, so depreciation is powerful for business vehicles. Got it. But you mentioned the BBB Act has another vehicle. Think something often confusing.
Yes. The new auto loan interest deduction. People see auto and deduction and jump to conclusions.
So how does this fit in, or doesn't it?
Right. It mostly doesn't fit into the business side, this new interest deduction. It's strictly for personal use vehicles.
Personal use only. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't apply to vehicles used commercially. So maybe you're a sole proprietor. You can deduct the business portion of your vehicle loan interest as a normal business expense? Sure. But this new rule lets you also potentially deduct the personal part of that interest on your personal tax return, up to $10,000.
So it's more like a consumer tax break, not really a business vehicle deduction strategy.
Exactly. Don't mix them up. It won't help you deduct interest on your work truck loan under this specific new provision.
Okay, that's clear. Now, going back to the bonus depreciation, you said 100%. What really stands out there, you mentioned, is flexibility. Unlike Section 179, it's not limited by your business's taxable income.
Correct. And that's a subtle but really powerful point.
How so? What does that mean in practice? If you don't have much income, can you still use it?
Yes, that's the game changer. Bonus depreciation can create or even increase a business loss. Section 179 can only reduce your income down to zero. It can't create a loss. So think about a new business, maybe not profitable yet. They can still take 100% bonus depreciation, create a loss on paper, and then carry that loss forward to reduce taxes in future profitable years.
So it helps cash flow now, even if you aren't paying taxes this year.
Precisely. It accelerates getting capital back into the business. Let's take a quick example. An $80,000 heavy SUV used 80% for business. You combine the $31,300 Section 179 cap with the 100% bonus depreciation on the rest of the business basis. You could basically write off the entire business portion, that's $64,000 in year one.
$64,000. That could easily mean, what, $20,000 less in federal taxes?
Easily.
Yeah.
Depending on your tax bracket, absolutely. It's a direct hit to your bottom line.
Okay, powerful stuff. But it sounds like there are strings attached. What about compliance? Record keeping must be a headache.
It needs attention, definitely. Critical point. That 50% business use, you need to maintain it. If your business use drops below 50% within the first 5 years, always right, you could face depreciation recapture. The IRS essentially claws back some of that deduction you took earlier.
Okay, so keep using it for business. Makes sense. What else?
State taxes. This is a big one.
Hmm.
Don't assume your state automatically follows these new federal rules.
Yeah.
Many states don't conform,
You meaning?
meaning you might have to track depreciation completely separately for your federal return and your state return. Different rules, different numbers, more record keeping.
Right. So federal opportunity, but state rules might be totally different. Need to check that. Well, this deep dive into the One Big Beautiful Bill Act certainly shows some significant opportunities for vehicle deductions. Complex, but significant.
Absolutely. And, knowledge is great, but it's most valuable when you actually understand it and apply it correctly. That
Yeah.
meticulous record keeping we talked about. And understanding your specific state's rules, that's absolutely key to actually getting these benefits without headaches later.
So the big question we leave you with, thinking about your business, how will these new rules, this 100% bonus depreciation, maybe change your next vehicle purchase or investment strategy? Something to really mull over.